What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Packers preseason week one preview as the Browns are back in action for the first time this preseason as they welcome the newly extended Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers to the Dog Pound for our first game in the preseason. Of course, next week they have the Vikings coming to town for some joint practices, and then to wrap up the preseason, the Browns will be heading out to Seattle for a nice little 10 o'clock p.m. game against the Seahawks. Now, for anyone who's new to the channel and you haven't watched my preseason game preview videos, they are a little different than my regular season ones. Instead of me talking about keys to victory, I just talk about things to watch out for. They could be players or whatever, maybe a whole unit. But yeah, I talk about things to watch out for. Then I talk about a player to watch, just like I do in the regular season. And then when it comes to my prediction, I don't do score predictions in the preseason because, of course, the games don't matter. But it's football, so I don't care. I still want to win, you know, just for the fact that I hate losing. But, it helps these guys experience winning, especially the rookies, right? That's how I was when we were ass. And now we win all the time, so it doesn't really matter that much anymore. But it is good for the rookies, especially those coming from bad college teams that really didn't win a lot, right? But enough of that. Let's talk about this game coming up on Saturday afternoon. And the first thing everyone wants to know is Deshawn Watson going to play? Well, according to Mary Kay Cabot, that answer is no. As she tweeted out, and I quote, hashtag Browns Deshawn Watson will not start versus the Packers Saturday night at home. Jordan Love will start. Some Browns players will play 10 plays. It's about a drive. Okay, cool. You have them out there for the opening drive. Everyone gets excited and then they're off the field for the rest of the game, and probably we won't see them until maybe week 3 against the Seahawks. Now, as far as who will be starting for the Browns, shout out as always to Cameron Justice, who also covers the Browns. She's really good at her job, by the way. But yeah, shout out to her. She tweeted this out, and I quote, hashtag Browns Kevin Stefanski said Jameis Winston will start at QB Saturday against the Packers. Awesome. So we get to eat some W's in the preseason. Awesome. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you guys, I like the Browns QB situation heading into this season way more than last season. I mean, God forbid Deshaun goes down again. At least we have capable backups, right? We don't have to stress out over watching PJ freaking Walker again. I mean, heck, if Deshaun goes down or something, God forbid, we got Jameis Winston to step in, or Tyler Huntley, right? AKA great value Lamar Jackson. But honestly, I'm way more confident in Jameis Winston getting the job done than I ever was in PJ freaking Walker. I mean, come on. Let's get serious here. Now, when it comes to my what to watch for heading into this game, the first is how does the backup QBs look, right? Because of course, Jameis is starting. We're probably going to see a little bit of Tyler Huntley. And then, of course, DTR will probably come in at some point as well. So I want to see how they look. All right. Like I said, this is the most confidence I've felt in our backup QB room behind Deshaun that I've had in a while. I mean, last year, this year, looking good, right? I'd be way more confident if Jameis had to step in to take over for some reason than I was in PJ Walker. I can't believe that dude actually beat the 49ers. Although, let's be honest, it wasn't him that did it. It was the defense. But yeah, you get the idea. I want to see how our backup QBs look. And then we got the rookies. Which rookies step up and make a name for themselves in this first preseason game, right? And then, of course, I've been talking about this the past couple days, but of course, we are on hashtag Ayuk Watch. Crazy Dog, stop talking about Brandon Ayuk. He's not going to be a Brown. Just stop it. Do you really know for sure? Hmm? I mean, heck, maybe by the time I post this video, a trade happens and he's coming to Cleveland. I mean, I'm not really going to get my hopes up that much because, after all, if it ain't meant to happen, it won't happen. But man, if it does, oh boy, you know what I'll be doing? I'll be right here laughing at Steeler fans because that's what I love to do. So, yeah, we're on Ayuk watch, and that situation is as fluid as liquid jello. So I'll be keeping tabs on that, and we'll see how things go as we get into the weekend. Because it sounds like the situation might be resolved soon, but for all I know, we're out here talking about this and watch him just end up staying in San Francisco. Watch that happen. And then everyone is pissed because, like, oh, dang, we didn't get him. Instead, he just stayed in San Francisco. Right? Steelers fans, Patriot fans, Commanders fans, and Browns fans are all left pissed off because it's like, man, they got our hopes up for nothing. That's usually how it goes, though. So, like I said, I'm not getting my hopes up too much. But we'll see how that ends up, right? Now, moving on to player to watch, I'm going to go with the starting quarterback, Jameis Winston, because I want to see how he looks, right? This is going to be interesting. If he goes out there and leads us on a first drive tutty, oh yeah, oh yeah, we back. Just might as well reserve the Super Bowl seats now. Oh man, but yeah, it's gonna be fun watching Jameis out there. Hopefully, we don't see him in the regular season, but again, with Deshawn, never know. Always good to have a good backup. And then when it comes to my prediction, it's Browns fans will find this year's preseason darling. Now, as far as my preseason darling, I'm actually going to pick one on offense and defense heading into the preseason. Not just for this game, I'm talking for the entire preseason. My offensive preseason darling, I'm going to go with Aiden Robbins. Yeah, I think he sneaks onto the practice squad. He might even be able to take the running back 4 job, right? Because we have Nick Chubb. I don't know when he'll be back. We have Jerome Ford, who's meh. Deontay Foreman got hurt at the Greenbrier. Luckily, he's all right. Gave us all quite a scare. Naheem Hines is still working his way back from an injury. So I think Aiden Robbins has a legit chance to maybe slip onto the active roster for a couple weeks while Nick Chubb is mending up, and we might see him break off a big play or two at some point. That'd be cool. But yeah, my preseason darling for the offense is definitely Aiden Robbins. And then on the defensive side, it's going to be a guy that's already getting major hype from his teammates, especially the same guys that play the same position. I'm talking about Mike Hall Jr. from the Ohio State University. He's getting hyped up by his fellow D linemen, and from what I'm hearing, he is looking like an absolute stud out there. I think he will get a ton of playing time in his rookie year. Saying it right now. He might even steal playing time from other guys like, Mo Hurst or Quentin Jefferson. Who knows? He might be the reason why some guys get cut. Because that happens, right? So, yeah, that's really all I got for this one. Of course, I'll be live in about an hour or so with my guy JB Taylor right here for Guardians and D-backs if they play, because it's been storming pretty good up in Cleveland the last hour or so. They freaking had to move Brown's training camp indoors because of a tornado warning. Gotta love summertime in Ohio, right? I know how that felt. I don't live in Ohio no more, but yeah, I know how that felt. Storms be popping up within a moment's notice. Like you don't even know it's coming, and then boom, storm. Right? Like 1 minute the radar looks good, right? And then boom, lake effect storm pops up. It's like, hello, how you doing? Feel my wrath. Yeah. Oh, here's a nice little tornado for you guys, and some hail, and some rain, and some lightning. Here's some fallen trees and flooding. Power outage, power outage, power outage, power outage. Suffer my wrath. But on a real note, I hope the weather is good for the game. We'll see how it goes, though. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit that bell for post notifications, become a member for exclusive perks like cool emotes. And I keep saying this, but eventually I will be doing members only content when I get enough members. I think right now I only have like 2 members. So I'll say members only content will start eventually when I get, let's say, 10 members. Maybe 5. I don't know. Eventually I'll start doing members only content when I get enough members. So you want to see members only content, become a member and it'll start happening. So with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And let's get out of this weekend healthy, please. I'm already seeing a lot of injuries during training camp. Please don't let that happen again in the regular season. Right? Get the injuries out of the way now. And keep them small. Nothing major. Right? Get it out of the way now. So then when we get into the season, this team is like 95% healthy. Because of course injuries happen. Right? As long as they're minor, I mean, they happen. Just nothing major, please. No season enders. Especially to the big time players. Right? You know who I'm talking about. But yeah, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Yeah.